buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. Yo, yo. Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias, muy bien, gracias. Ketsi, Ketsi. Hola, ¿cómo están? Hoy es agosto, septiembre, el segundo día de septiembre. Hoy es miércoles, el segundo día de septiembre. Y si hoy es miércoles, ¿qué día es mañana? Mañana es jueves. Jueves, el 1, 2, el tercer día de septiembre. Sí. Y si hoy es miércoles, ¿qué día fue ayer? Ayer fue martes. Martes, el primer día de septiembre. Sí. Hola, espero que estén muy bien. Y te estoy hablando del gimnasio. Mira, aquí tenemos un montón de cosas para boxear. Y puedes ver alrededor. You can see que aquí es donde yo trabajo. Ok, so vamos a empezar con we're going to start with reviewing the president, the 33rd president of the United States. And the 33rd president of the United States was Harry S. Truman. Now we're going to learn about the 34th. Can't believe we're in the 34th president of the United States. So let's find out who he was. Google, who was the 34th president of the United States?
The 34th President of the United States was Dwight D. Eisenhower, who was in office from January 20th, 1953 to January 20th, 1961.
Dwight David Eisenhower. Dwight David, that was his middle name, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Dwight David Eisenhower was the 34th President of the United States. So, do you remember the capital of Montenegro? Google, what was the capital of Montenegro?
Podgorica is the capital of Montenegro.
Podgorica. Podgorica. Or Rica. Some people say it differently, but Podgorica was the capital of Montenegro, or is the capital of Montenegro. Today, we're going to learn about a country named like the state, Georgia. Georgia. So, what's the capital of Georgia? Not the state. We know the capital of Georgia is Atlanta here in the United States. But there's a country named Georgia. In Europe, we want to know where the capital of Georgia, the country, is. What's the capital of Georgia, the country?
Tbilisi is the capital of Georgia.
Tbilisi. Tbilisi. It has a name like Bill. Tbilisi. Wait, what's the capital of the country, Georgia? Tbilisi. Tbilisi. What's the capital of Georgia? Tbilisi. What's the capital of Georgia, the country? Tbilisi. Okay, well, what is the capital of the state, Georgia? Atlanta. Muy bien. Atlanta. Yeah, that's the capital of, in Georgia, we have a state known as Georgia, and the capital is Atlanta. But we also have a country in the world, and the capital is Tbilisi. And who was the 34th president of the United States? Dwight David Eisenhower. And do you remember the 33rd President of the United States? Harry S. Truman, I believe. Let's find out. Who was the 33rd President of the United States, Google?
Truman. According to Schmoop, Truman was the 33rd President of the United States, most known for ordering.
So, hoy vamos a aprender, we're going to switch to Spanish. Hoy vamos a aprender tus multiplicaciones, pero en dos. Hoy es el segundo día de septiembre. Va enero, January, febrero, February, marzo, March, abril, April, mayo, May, junio, June, julio, July, agosto, August, septiembre, September, octubre, October, noviembre, November y diciembre, December. So, hoy estamos en el mes de septiembre, pero son 9. So, estamos en el 9 mes del año y vamos a aprender. Si estamos en el segundo día de septiembre, vamos a aprender las multiplicaciones de 2. So, Laura, this is for you. What is 2 times 0? 0. Remember, every single time, every number it's multiplied by 0, it will always be 0. So, a billion times 0 will always be 0. A billion times a trillion will always be 0. 0 times 20 will always be 0. 0 times 3 will always be 0. 0 times 2 will always be 0. 2 times 0, it's the same thing, 0. So, let's get started. What is 2 times 10? Remember, with the 10, all you have to do is add a 0 at the end. So, 2 times 10, it's a 2. So, then put a 0 at the end. And what do you get, Jules? 20. You get 20. So, now that you know 2 times 10, that tells us a lot. A lot. And Laura, I want you to learn more about your clock, and I'm going to start using more of your clock to start memorizing more of the numbers to tell time. Because remember, once upon a time, there was no time. But that's a little bit getting a little bit more advanced. Jules knows about this. Once upon a time, there was no time. But since there is time, we got to know what time is it. So right now it is Wednesday, Miercoles, el segundo día de septiembre, second day of September of 2020. Let me ask Google. Google, ¿a qué hora es?
La hora es 11:29 de la mañana.
Por eso son buenos días. And as soon as it turns 12, son buenas tardes, good afternoon. So right now it's good morning, but as soon as it turns 12, then we say something else. We say good afternoon. And after a certain time, then we say good evening, buenas noches. So, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Okay, so vamos a empezar. Si ya sabes las multiplicaciones de 2 por 10, 2 times 10 is 20. What's 2 times 11? Remember, every single time that's multiplied by 11, you just add that same number again. Not always, but in this case, it's always 2, 2. So 11 times 3, 3, 3. 11 times 9, 9, 9. 11 times 8, 8, 8. 11 times 11, 1, 1. So 11 times 2 is 22. And if you ever get lost, you use that information that you already know. 2 times 10 is 20. So then 2 times 11, you just add 2. That's 22. And then 2 times 12, add 2 more. That's 24. And then 9s, 2 times 10 is 20. And then you subtract 2. So if you subtract 2, you get 18. Okay, so now we know 2 times 9, 2 times 10, 2 times 11, 2 times 12. What's 2 times 5? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And again, it's also on your watch. Laura, está en tu reloj and your watch. Whenever the long thing is pointing to the 5, or sorry, to the 2, then you know that it's 10. Okay, what is 2 times 2? 2 times 2 is 4, 4. And what is 2 times 1? Remember, it's always 1, it's always going to be the same number, that's 2. And what's 2 times 3? 2, 4, 6. And what's 2 times 5? 2 times 5 is 10. And what's 2 times 4? 2, 4, 6, 8. 8. And what's 2 times 7? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Good. So we already learned a lot of this information, but I want you to be able to know this in Spanish. So a lot of the math we're going to do, I'm going to be talking back and forth between Spanish and English. That way you know. Those, and in Spanish we say to multiply something, we say por. Dos por dos. Dos por dos es 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 por 3, 6. No. Sí, 2 por 3 es 6. 2 por 4 es 8. 2 por 5 es 10. 2 por 6 es 12. 2 por 7 es 14. 2 por 8 es 16. 2 por 9 es 18. 2 por 10 es 20. 2 por 11 es 22. 2 por 12 es 24. Y 2 por 0? 0. And 0 means cero in Spanish. Okay, so again, who was the 34th president of the United States? Dwight David Eisenhower. Dwight David Eisenhower. And the country of today is Georgia, which is also a state in the United States, but I don't want to know about the state. We already know about the state. We already know about the capital. The capital here in Georgia is Atlanta. We want to know about the country named Georgia. So the country, Georgia, what's the capital? Tbilisi, 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 Tbilisi. Muy bien. Okay, Jules, you're the best, you're worth it, and you're beautiful. Te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Laura Quetzal, you're the best, you're worth it, and you're beautiful. Te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Chocolate. I miss you girls. Glad you guys, I hope you guys are okay. And I might not be able to see you today or tomorrow. Maybe not even next week. But soon. And I hope that you're learning a lot. And again, let me know what you want to earn from memorizing all the capitals, your multiplications, all the states, all the capitals of the world. We've been through a lot. And I think if you tell me what you want, most likely I'm going to get it for you. but I'm also gonna make you earn it. Part of it is you gotta work hard, and that's why we're at the gym, because a lot of my clients work hard, and even though they don't want to get up early, they don't want to work out, it's my job. It's Papa's job to make sure that they get a good workout and that they like working out, just like I do. It's fun. Okay. Jules, te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Laura, te amo, te quiero, te adoro. Y hoy es miércoles, mañana es jueves, el tercer día de septiembre, y ayer fue martes, el primer día de septiembre. Hoy es miércoles, el segundo día de septiembre, and we're going to keep learning our multiplications by 2, and tomorrow we'll learn our multiplications by 3. And Ketsi, this is all dedicated to you, because Jules already knows this, and this is just review for her, but she has to learn more about the capitals. Okay, girls. Hasta luego. Hasta mañana. Te amo, te quiero todo.